Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 6, Chapter 1, The History of Life of Ajamila, Text number 10. Kvachin nivartate bhadra, kvachit charti tat punaha, prayaschittam athophartham, manye kunjara shauchava. Translation. Sometimes one who is very alert, so as not to commit sinful acts, is victimized by sinful life again. I therefore consider this process of repeated sinning and atoning to be useless. It is like the bathing of an elephant. For an elephant cleanses itself by taking a full bath, but when then throws dust over its head and body as soon as it returns to the land. Please purport. When Parikshit Maharaj inquired how a human being could free himself from sinful activities so as not to be forced to go to hellish planetary systems after death, Shukadeva Goswami answered the process of counteracting sinful life is atonement. In this way, Shukadeva Goswami tested the intelligence of Maharaj Parikshit, who passed the examination by refusing to accept the process as genuine. Now Parikshit Maharaj is expecting another answer from his spiritual master Shukadeva Goswami. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. Om ajnanatimidandasya jnananjanashalakaya chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave namaha. Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So this is a very important point raised by Parikshit Maharaj. Sometimes a person who has gone through a lot of suffering and he wants to find out why I am suffering. After coming to know I am suffering because I am doing some mistakes, probably it's because that a person having a bad habit of smoking, he understands that's because of smoking. And I should be very careful. So he is very alert because of the suffering he has gone through. He said, I should not do this now. But what happens after some time? Though he is very alert, he knows that he suffers if he smokes. And he has gone through some process of exercise, yoga and various things to get rid of all the toxins which he has gotten because of smoking. He has done all that hard work to have a better health. But after some time again he feels like smoking. So this is very common story. The same thing, here it is explained that the hellish planets and hellish suffering, in the gross material world, those who are ajnanis, they don't know there is hell. For them the suffering is the law of the land, the constitution of the country. It will punish them if they do mistake. That should be the fear. The law is made such a way that if anybody commits mistake, they should be very careful. That's a way to control the living entities, and so that there is law and order. Recently there was one big politician. He was given life imprisonment now. And that is the example for the rest of the society to be very careful. If you do mistake, then you will be punished. That's a fear. The faithless have the fear of the law. The faithful who read the scriptures, they have the fear of the hellish planets. Oh, hellish planets has a lot of suffering. I should be careful. Any sin I do, I have to now pay for it. That fear. Out of that fear, person avoids to do sinful activities. But he likes to do some things. With great difficulty, he gives up doing that. Some people are not able to control. So, their ability to control themselves is so low. They do mistake and again suffer, do mistake and again suffer. Now, this is the concern of Parikshit Maharaj. He said, sometimes one who is very alert, so as not to commit sinful acts, is victimized by the sinful life again. He does not want, but forces so much. So this is the common man. They are not considered to be very elevated persons, like animals. Animals also come under a control out of fear. Say for instance a dog. It comes inside a home and troubles. Every time the dog comes inside, you beat the dog. Then it will not come inside. Out of fear. So, it is not very ideal for the human society to be controlled by fear. Animal society should be controlled by fear. Because they don't have any other goal of life. So for them, the fear is only the way. If you don't do this, we'll not give you food. If you don't do this, so like this, everybody is scared. So as a civilized human beings, we should think this is not very good idea. Out of fear, I should not give up doing wrong things. I should give up wrong things but out of love for something else. So they say, there is better than this is the love. You should lovingly correct. Long ago, some 20 years back or 15, I had watched a movie. In the movie, the hero of the movie was very, initial scenes, he was very cruel. He would go, kill, beat, somehow, plunder. He was assisting a big gangster. He himself not a gangster, but he was right hand of a big gangster. Whatever gangster says, he will, yes sir, he will go and do. Sometimes he would kill innocent people and take their money. Sometimes he would kidnap children. He would do all sinful activities. Then after some times, a girlfriend comes in his life. A girl comes in his life. Heroine. And she is a very good woman, but he starts liking her. And then she starts telling very lovingly, you see, you should not do this. If you do this, I don't like this. If you beat somebody, no, I don't like this. And sometimes he was beating somebody and she appears there in the scene. And she goes away unhappily and angrily. Then he again goes and pacifies her, promises her, no, I will never do this. All this happens in that movie. Then finally, he is not able to be like the same he was earlier for the gangsters. He was not able to beat anybody. He was not able to kill anybody. He was always remembering the love and affection of his lover. Not able to give up that. So not able to do any such sinful activities. So she has refined him. Then later somebody beat him, he does not beat them back. So like this, the story of the movie goes on. So, this is the next level of correction. Out of love for the parents, children follow something. Out of love for the teachers, students follow something. Now, our stage in the spiritual life also, out of love for the spiritual master, out of love for the Guru and Krishna, we follow something. This is better than the fear. That fear is a gross fear. I will go through suffering. This is very subtle fear. This fear is, if I have agreed to Srila Prabhupada that I will chant this many rounds of Hare Krishna mantra every day, 16 rounds I should do. I agreed to Srila Prabhupada that I will follow 4 regulative principles of devotional service I should do. Otherwise he will be unhappy with me. So there is a devotional principle which we are following in our day-to-day spiritual life. As simple as getting up early in the morning, having the food which is offered to Krishna, and following the principles, and always engaging in our devotional service. What is that which driving us to do this is, I should please the spiritual master. Once I met one very senior devotee who was associated with Prabhupada when he was physically present. He was known for large amount of book distributions. In America, initial days of Iskcon, it was spread because of book distributions. They would go and distribute books on the streets and different fairs and airports and like this. So this devotee was known. They used to do book distribution 18 hours a day. So we asked him, what inspired you? What would inspire to work so hard? 18 hours a day if someone has to do book distribution. Because morning 6 o'clock they go, they come night 12 o'clock. And what was inspiring you? And he said, when we do all that book distribution, Prabhupada said we should do book distribution, and we come back and tell Srila Prabhupada, and we just want to see the smile in his face. That would be very, very touching to us. So the love and affection and the respect and gratitude to Guru is present our situation to follow the rules and regulations. Our fear is not gross fear, which is I may go to hell. That fear may be there when I don't follow Guru and Krishna. Now, Krishna and Guru have come in my life. So long you are under the protection of Guru and Krishna, there is no fear of hell for devotees. You all are not the candidates for Chitragupta and Yamaraja. You are saved from all this. That is not our fear. Our fear is that Prabhupada should not become unhappy with us. If you don't follow what I have committed to Prabhupada, you will become unhappy. If I don't behave well with other people, maybe Prabhupada will become unhappy. So that is the fear which as a devotee, devotional life, spiritual life, we practice. So there is a story of Chota Haridas Thakur, which we all know, in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Once in Jagannath Puri, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was staying, he went to the house of Bhagavat Acharya. It's called Bhagavan Acharya. He is an associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he invited Mahaprabhu for the lunch. So very nice food he had prepared. And very tasty food, very nicely offered to Krishna. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu generally does not go to others' house on the request of this devotee after a long time. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu arrived there to honor prasadam. So after when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was having prasadam, Lord was very pleased with the preparations made by Bhagavan Acharya. He asked, where have you got so nice rice? This rice is very, very tasty and very nicely made. like a flowers it is. He was very happy. Then Bhagavatacharya said, this rice is brought by Chota Haridas Thakur. So he got it from the house of Shiki Mehiti, and that's one of the female associate devotee of Lord. And she had a sister, Madhavi Devi, like this. He went to their home and collected rice. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had a prasadam and came back to his residence. And he told his assistant Govinda that Chota Haridas, don't allow him to come to see me again. I don't want to see his place. They did not understand what is going wrong. Why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu don't ask Chota Haridas to come and see me? Then they insisted to understand what happened. So then the Mahaprabhu said, I don't want to see a person's face who has intimately mixed with women after taking sannyasa, renounced order of life. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is considered to be Namo Mahavadanyaya. He is very, very merciful. But he is merciful on everybody. Even Jagai Madai also he liberated. But here is a person, Chota Haridas. He has committed to certain rules and regulations. As a renounced order, he has decided to renounce material attraction and he has taken the sannyasa order of life. After accepting this, he has gone and intimately mixed. So this is not accepted by Chaitanya. He became unhappy with this. So then everybody became very concerned. They knew Chota Haridas was a very nice devotee. He would regularly sing for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was a nice singer, wonderful singer. And that close he was. Now when Chota Haridas came to know he is banned, he was very upset. He started fasting. He is not taking any food. Oh Lord, is Mahaprabhu is not allowing me to go near him. I will not take any food. He was waiting. Then various devotees came proposing to Chaitanya, please forgive him. Please forgive him. The Lord was not ready. And some devotees insisted. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, if you insist me like this, you all stay here, I will leave Jagannath Puri and I will go away from here. So strict. He was not ready to accept at all. Then finally, all the devotees went to a devotee by name Paramananda Puri. Paramananda Puri was actually Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's spiritual master. He's like a god brother. Ishwara Puri's disciple. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also Ishwara Puri's disciple. So they were god brothers. So Paramananda Puri had always upper hand. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to offer respect to him. So Paramananda Puri went with the suggestion, please accept Chota Haridas. Final attempt they are making. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, you all stay in Jagannath Puri, I am going. And he left. Then they all begged him, no, don't go, stay back. Then all devotees came and pacified Chota Haridas. Looks like Mahaprabhu is very upset. Maybe after some time he will change his mind. You wait. And he was waiting for 1 year. But Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu never called him. Then he became very unhappy. He went to Prayaga, confluence of Ganga and Yamuna, jumped and committed suicide. It is not for imitating. It is to know how serious Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took this instruction as. And it is said, he became one of the Gandharvas. And later he would sing for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu regularly after this incident. And Lord was aware of this. Now when we hear this, as a devotees, we wanted to progress towards Krishna and we want to develop bhakti for Krishna. And we want to serve Guru. And we should be very, very alert. If I do mistakes, it will displease Guru and Krishna. It will displease Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is the fear. This is a healthy fear for a devotee to follow rules and regulations. So in spite of that, there is a possibility that devotee may fall down from his vow. Therefore, the devotee requires protection of association of devotees. If you go away from the association of devotees, it becomes very difficult because there is no favorable environment to practice. So we ourselves need to keep in the association of devotees and follow these vows promised to Guru and Krishna. Now the interesting is, Parikshit is asking, this fear is not sufficient. So we should be aware, this fear that Prabhupada will be displeased, Guru will be displeased, Krishna is displeased is not sufficient. We have to go one above all those things. We should go, that is called progress in devotional service. So in the Bhagavad Gita, it is explained, Yam labdva chaparam labham manyate na adhikam tataha yasmin stito na dukkhe na guru na api vichalyate. We should get something that Krishna's bhakti, Krishna prema, and the love of Godhead, and the glimpse of the enjoyment one can experience in the association of Lord. If we get that, then all this fear is not required. Neither the gross fear nor the emotional fear. You to look, yam labdva chaparam labham manyate nadhikam tataha yasmin sto na dukke na gurunapi vichalyate. Whatever the powerful attraction may come, one will not get distracted because you got much, much better than that. Yam labdva cha aparam labham. When you get Krishna consciousness, if you get Krishna in your life, then you will not be interested. It is not that fear is required. You are not interested to do sinful activities. Now there is a force is required, gross force or subtle force, to not to do sinful activities. But how long you can continue the force? It is not permanent. Therefore, the force is not actually the solution. So that is the point. Parikshit is asking this question. Out of fear they may follow, but how long they will follow? I therefore consider this process of repeated sinning and atoning to be useless. So we have to make constant advancement in Krishna Bhakti, in devotional service to Krishna. If you do not make advancement in Krishna consciousness, only staying in the fear, if I don't follow, this will happen, that will happen, may not always continue. So the making advancement on daily basis in our Krishna consciousness is very, very important. When you experience the higher happiness, then nobody need to say. Just like that it happened to Dhruva Maharaj. He said, I kachan vichinnam apidivya ratnam swamim kritartosmi varam nayache. Getting you, I don't want anything else. So this is the gift only available in devotional service, because the devotee is able to associate with Krishna. How Prahlad Maharaj is able to have association of Vishnu. Since he is able to have association of Vishnu, he is not interested in material things. His father had so much of opulence. He was not interested in it. Nobody needs to say. This is the test of our progress in our spiritual life. Sometimes some devotees ask question, How do we make out whether I am progressing in my Krishna bhakti? The test is that how much you are getting detached from the material enjoyment. The foremost, the most powerful, the material attachment and attraction is sex life. A person who is able to come out of the attraction for opposite sex or many other sinful activities, sense gratification, is the test for progress of spiritual life. The spiritual life, we have to make constant progress. Nobody need to force. I just understand that I should not be, I'm not interested in those things. So this is why he is asking, Parikshit is asking this question. He is saying, this process of atonement will only, for some time it will relieve me, again it will come. So what is the solution? That we'll come to hear now as we hear this chapter is interesting chapter. So Parikshit is just giving the right question to begin the narration of glory of devotional service. Glory of devotional path, where we are completely absorbed in thought of Krishna and all sense gratification becomes tucham. No more I am interested in that. So this is the process. With this we'll conclude. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की, श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की, विश्व गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की.